Started. We have Ryan Howard and Driana Edwards with us. Reminder that please turn off cell phones. No flash photography is permitted. We'll take questions in the room first and then over Zoom. Please identify your name and your media outlet and raise your hand, and I will call on people, and we will start right here in the center. We'll bring the mics around.
My name's Lee Howard with WKYT in Lexington, the CBS TV station. For either Dre or Ryan, the momentum you guys have been carrying over the last couple of, I guess, almost a month now, with this 2-week layoff since the SEC Tournament Championship game, is it possible to still be carrying and riding on that same momentum?
It's definitely possible, and we're looking forward to getting back on the court. It did feel great to win that, but we've come down from that now. We're ready to keep it rolling.
Yeah, exactly what she said. We're ready to go out there and, have fun, play the game that we want to play, and we're going to go out there and do what we got to do.
Next question, second row.
Princeton has such a good defense. They're high up on all the metrics. They've held opponents low scoring all season. What have you guys identified in the game plan, and how do you plan to kind of, pick them open tomorrow and get back to your scoring ways?
Like you said, they do have very good defense, but we're just going to stick to our game plan and, play Kentucky basketball, go out there, have fun, and do what we do.
Yeah, I'm going to piggyback off that. We can't let them control us. We can only play our games and control what we control.
I'm sure you're both aware of what happened last night to the Kentucky men's team. That's March, so did that affect you guys at all? Did it maybe get you more focused, or how do you guys avoid a similar, upset type situation?
We're definitely, devastated about it. Like, we wanted them to win, but, we got to focus on ourselves, and we're here to win, so that's what we're focused on. We're locked in, and we're ready, so.
What she said, both of us can't lose in the first round, so,
right.
We got to hold it down.
Questions for the student athletes? We'll go in the back here, and then here.
Tanya Witt, Sports View America. For either of you, how do you feel about a Monday matchup with former teammates Kiki McKinney and Cameron Roach?
That'd be pretty fun to me.
Most definitely. I would be excited to play against them. We hoping that they win. We want to play against them. Definitely would be fun to play.
Yeah.
Michael Epps with WDKY in Lexington. You mentioned the layoff. I guess for you guys, you're just going out there and playing ball, but for 13 days off, does that matter at all? How do those first few minutes go, and how do you guys kind of get back into that, that vibe that you were in on the 10-game winning streak?
I didn't even realize we had 13 days off, honestly. We've been working. We've been in the gym. So, we didn't have 13 days off, honestly. So, we're going to go out there, like I said, and play Kentucky basketball.
Yeah. Yeah, we just ready to be back out there. I didn't realize it was that long either. But we just been looking forward to it. And it's just, March is, what everyone looks forward to, and we want to be a part of it.
Ryan, you're obviously the focus of a lot of other teams when they play Kentucky, but Dre in particular has really stepped up and played well. For either of you, how do you make sure that this weekend is more about the team and not just Ryan having to take over a game to win it?
It hasn't been about me taking over the game in the past couple of months. Like you said, we've been having fun, and it's really been, letting other people shine and step up and play how they want to play and be confident in themselves. With Dre stepping up, like you said, I'm always looking to get her the ball, looking to get her going early because, nobody can stop her down there or anywhere. Yeah.
I would say, I feel like our team in general, everybody can do something. So the focus doesn't have to be on Ryan. It could be on me, or it could be on Robin, or it could be on Treasure, it could be on Jazz. We have a lot of other players that can score and do things on the court as well. So the focus doesn't have to be on her all the time, and it allows us all to, keep our confidence, and everybody just play poise and have fun together.
Dre, just what's the last week been like for you since you hit the shot against South Carolina? And can you just kind of take us through, or I guess 2 weeks now, just what's it been like, being you during that span?
I mean, my phone's been blowing up like crazy. I've been getting a lot of followers everywhere. A lot of people been contacting me and things like that. But I've just been staying focused on what we got next. I was definitely excited, but I had to put that behind me now because we're focused on the next championship. So I just got to stay focused and locked in.
Over here, Ryan, after the selection show, talking to you, you mentioned Princeton, playing them your freshman year. As you've kind of got ready for them, could you just break that down a little bit more, just how crazy it is that you're playing against them like you did your freshman year, and how are you trying to get the same result this time around?
Kind of a similar team, kind of a different team, but it's definitely, always a pleasure to play against someone like kind of familiar because you know what to expect a little bit. But we're ready to work. We're ready to come out there and make the same thing happen as freshman year.
Having been in Bloomington already this year once and played in this gym and kind of maybe gone through similar routine things compared to the tournament, does that provide any kind of advantage, just that familiarity of having played in Assembly Hall just a couple months ago?
I would say it does help us because we know how it feels. We know like what the atmosphere is going to be like. Got to feel for the rims and stuff. It's just we have more of an advantage, especially with it being so close to Kentucky. I feel like we're going to have a good fan base here.
Yeah, we know what to expect for the most part. So pretty much what Ross said.
Yep, we'll go all the way over.
Brian Sell from LEX 18. Are you expecting a bigger crowd now that some people don't have some things to do on Saturday?
Oh, he asked me.
I don't know who he is.
Definitely. I mean, who else they gonna cheer for besides us? I mean, why not come down and cheer for us? Like, we have yet to let y'all down. So.
Right. Yeah, we're expecting a big crowd. Hopefully they come through. I think they will, though. They should. Yeah, they should.
Additional questions for the student athletes? Anyone?
I'm just curious, logistically, where did you guys watch the game, the UK game last night, and like kind of where were you at?
In our hotel rooms.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we were all. No.
we was texting in our group chat like, "Bro, did you see that? Like, wow, like this is crazy."
Yeah, but we were all relaxing, staying off our feet, you know.
Okay, seeing no more questions. Thank you, ladies.
Thank you.
We will have Coach Elsie coming up next.
Say that again. Maybe that one. I can't be 100% certain. It looks like a load was taken out of it. Let me see. I can grab another one. Just in case. Should I take these out of the way?
Yeah, sure. Yep, let's do that.
In between questions, should I worry about ducking underneath? Like, say I'm going from her
Yeah.
to him, like in between questions?
Yeah, I'd say just always be aware of that, yeah.
He'd just take Coach Elsie.
Okay.
Closer to you.
Yeah, I can scoot my chair out too. Okay. Yep, absolutely. Yep, thank you. No, you're fine. Yep. How we doing? Yep. Yep. We are back with Kentucky head coach Kyra Elzy. And a couple reminders again, please make sure that cell phones are turned off, no flash photography, no recording of the press conference. And the recordings will be available on the NCAA Digital Hub, and transcripts will also be available. We'll go ahead and we're going to start with an opening statement from Coach, and then we'll open up to questions.
Yes, we are so excited to be in the NCAA tournament. The players are focused. This is a great opportunity. Thanks for everyone at Indiana for being unbelievable hosts, and we look forward to getting started tomorrow.
Also, one more thing, if I could interject, I forgot to do this at the beginning of the last one, but also wanted to introduce Evan Crane, Kentucky's SID for everybody as well. Go ahead.
It's great to see you, Evan.
Yes. Great to be here, Evan.
Hi, Coach Elzy. Lee Howard with the CBS TV station in Lexington. You guys were able to gain so much momentum through this winning streak and on through the SEC tournament. I just wonder, after this long break, are you guys able to continue that momentum? Does that carry over now into this weekend?
You know, this team is playing with a lot of confidence. Obviously, we had great success at the SEC tournament, but we told them that moment is over, and a new season begins now. And we have to refocus ourselves. I thought we had great practices, very intense, but our players are on a mission. This is what you play for, March Madness, to get here, so they're looking forward to the opportunity.
Hey there, Kara. Cameron Drummond with the Lexington Herald Leader. Obviously, Princeton's kind of defensive numbers speak for themselves. I think they're third in the country in points allowed and stuff like that. Just on the film and on the scout, what do you identify that makes them such a good defensive team, and how do you plan to counteract that come Saturday?
You know, they are a great team, well coached. What they do defensively, they're switching. They keep you in front of them, solid one-on-one. And they're forcing 19 turnovers per game, which is a lot of turnovers. So, you know, we have to take care of the ball, offensive movements, player movement, ball movement, and we have to find the mismatch inside when they are switching. But our job is to tack offensively. We cannot play on our heels.
Over here, Michael Epps, WDKY in Lexington. Both of them, Dre and Ryan, said they didn't even realize it was 13 days off since you guys last played a game. Dre said it hasn't felt like 13 the way you guys have been grinding and working. But what kind of layoff is that like? And just, you know, you can only watch so much film, right?
Well, I like that they felt like it hasn't been 13 days, but you know, I liked our intensity in practice. I liked our focus, and like I said, you have to reset during this time. It's survive and advance, but you know, it is a long time, and we are ready to play. There's only so much film, only so much practice, and you're so excited for this moment. So we look forward to tomorrow.
We'll go back here in the center.
Ryan and Dre said that last night they were watching the men's game in their hotel rooms and were obviously shocked like everybody else in Kentucky's fan base. I wonder, are you able to use that as a coaching point to say, hey, anybody can be upset? I mean, how do you use that game, and what was your reaction to it?
Well, one, I want to say hats off to Coach Cal and his program. Yes, that was a tough game last night, but one game does not define you, and what he has done with that team this year, yes, disappointment, but I know he will find a way to bounce them back for next year. But as far as a coaching tool, you know, they watch the game. They're basketball players, and March Madness, you know, 40 minutes, you have to bring your best. You can't take anyone lightly. And the teaching tool is you have to be focused and prepared for 40 minutes because everyone is bringing their best. No one's going to give you anything. You have to earn it.
I guess just roster-wise as well, has there been any kind of injuries or anyone banged up going into the tournament over the last 13, 14 days layoff?
No, we'll have a full roster available.
Let's go over here.
Sorry. You guys have done a good job of proving that this team is more than just Ryan Howard, even though she will be the focus of a lot of other teams' scout. How do you take some of that pressure off of Ryan going into this weekend?
Well, I think what we've done coming down the stretch, obviously Ryan Howard is an integral part of what we do. She is the best player in the country for a reason, but she cannot do everything by herself. So, you know, I think Dre takes a lot of pressure off her when we can score inside out. Jasmine Massengale has really stepped up. She is the coach on the floor. She's leading us out offensively, getting us in the correct spots, but also the intensity in what she brings. But then you can just go down the list. Robin Benton has hit big shot after big shot. And then do not leave out my fearless freshman, Jada Walker, what she has been able to do for this team. So it takes a team effort.
Kyra, over here. Could you just kind of describe the spark that you guys captured in that 10-game winning streak now that you've had a little time to think it over? And how do you keep that going despite the long layoff and bring that into tomorrow?
Well, the funny thing is I have not had time to take it all in because the games keep coming. But for us, you know, we have to do what we do best. And we've said it from the very beginning when we went on our streak was, you know, defense has to be at every game. Rebounding, we have to do that, and we have to have a heart to compete. And that's been part of our formula, and we can't go away from that.
I know, like, you're still in the season and, you know, you're probably locked in and everything, but the fact,
Yes, locked in.
the fact that you're the first Kentucky coach to take 2 straight teams to the tournament in your first 2 years, is that any kind of, like, a confirmation to you that you're doing the right thing and you're on the right path with what you're doing in Lexington?
Oh, well, you just told me something new. I did not know that. However, I am locked in and focused. You know, being at the NCAA tournament, this is what you prepare for as a player, as a coach. And the expectation and standard at Kentucky is to get to the tournament and make a run. And that's what we are locked in and focused on doing. But thank you for that tidbit.
Okay.
Oh, okay. Thank you, Evan.
I checked out the 2019 highlights against Princeton. It was kind of interesting to see you on the bench and young Ryan. I guess Ryan mentioned it's kind of nice to have a familiar opponent. Obviously, the team's different, but what do you think about that? And moving on, what are you expecting out of them tomorrow?
You know, it's going to be a great game. I've told the players we're going to be in a dogfight. We were in a dogfight then. We're going to be in a dogfight again because everyone is coming to compete. But, you know, like I said, when you go back and watch them on film, they're well balanced. They play well together, and then what they do on the defensive end. So we'll have our hands full, but we look forward to the opportunity.
Additional questions for Coach? Go back here.
I know it's a different opponent, but just the fact that you guys have been in Bloomington before this season, you know, familiar with the rims, kind of the routine and stuff, does that provide any kind of advantage, just the familiarity of all that?
Well, it was a long time since we've been here, but I hope, you know, our focus just has to be one game at a time. You know, I want to make sure our players are in a great headspace, which they are. Try to stay in a normal routine, like we're accustomed to doing, but most importantly, have great practices leading up to competition. That gives you the confidence, preparation.
We're going to take a question now from Zoom. Jen Hatfield of Next. Jen, go ahead.
Thank you. Hi, Coach. Jen Hatfield with the Next. I cover the Ivy League. So just curious, as you're scouting Princeton, you know, what impresses you the most about Abby Myers, and how do you kind of balance containing her with not allowing other players like a Caitlin Chen or a Julia Cunningham to kind of go off?
You know, Abby is very talented. When I watch her on film, sleepless night, you know, her ability to score in a variety of ways. But then when you just think about Princeton, they're just so well balanced offensively. They're very smart. They keep the ball moving, so we can't let them just set up and run their offense because their offensive efficiency is very good. And they're very effective in what they do. And then, like I said, defensively, they keep you in front of them. They're solid. They bring great help defense. But Abby, we're going to have our work cut out for us. So I'm glad that we have played talented guards in the past, and let's hope that will help us for tomorrow's game.
The Kentucky practice starts at 1:10 p.m. The first 15 minutes will be open to media. Reminder that all media should be masked while watching practice, and should, if they're going to take pictures or film, should do so from the baseline. Any other questions for Coach before we adjourn here? Okay, thank you.
Thank you.